Tapos pagdating dito, hindi recognized yung university studies namin. So, kailangan namin bumalik ng high school. Yung sister ko, kailangan niyang bumalik ng grade 12. Tapos, ako naman, nahihirapan akong pumasok ng university kasi since bago lang kami dito, tas isa pa lang po yung family, parang relative namin dito. So, hindi pa po namin alam kung saan pupunta, kung anong gagawin. Tapos, syempre, pagdating namin dito, wala kaming pera. Kasi hindi namin alam na masyado pa mahal ang university. Dollars nga. Tapos, kaya yun, bumalik din ako ng high school. Tapos habang nag-high school ako, nag-aaral din ako. And also my sister, working students. Pero mas mabuti naman dito kasi yung high school nila 9 to 3 lang. Tapos sa Philippines kasi 7 to 5, minsan hanggang alas 8 pa. Tapos, ang challenge ko lang talaga is kasi tinakot ako ng English teacher ko. Kasi para makagraduate ako, kailangan kong maka-take ng 2 English. Pumasok ako, nagsimula ako, second sem na. So, kailangan kong tapusin yung 2 English in 1 semester. Kinausap ako ng teacher, tinanong ako ng teacher, "You're working, right?" Sabi ko, "Yes." Tapos sabi ng teacher, "How many hours are you working a week?" Sabi ko, "Maximum hours ko na pwede mag-work 24 hours." Sabi niya, "You can't pass this course if you're working 24 hours." Sabi niya, "You have to stop working." Tapos inisip ko, I can't stop working kasi nag-iipon naman yung parents ko para sa bahay namin. So, hindi ako pwede mag-stop working kasi kung titigil ako, wala akong ipon for university studies ko. Sabi ng teacher ko, pwede daw na hindi ko kukunin yung English na isa, babalik ako next year, next semester, or titigil ako mag-work. Sabi ko sa kanya, titigil na lang ako mag-work. Pero syempre, hindi ako titigil mag-work. Bakit ako titigil, di ba? Para tanggapin niya ako dun sa isang English. And, to their surprise, ako pa yung nakakuha ng English award sa Tapos, ako pa yung nakakuha ng highest na provincial exam grade. Yun pa yun. So, ewan ka lang, siguro na-surprise sila na of all people, ako pa. And hindi pa alam ng teacher na nag-work ako. Hindi ko alam kung alam nila na nag-work ako. And ang ko lang nun is, kahit na pagod na ako galing sa work, kasi everyday, syempre, may assignments. Kahit alauna, alas 2 na ako nakakatulog, tinatapos ko yung assignments ko kasi iniisip ko na kahit nga sa Pilipinas, alas 7 yung klase. So, 6 o'clock, umalis na kami ng bahay kasi malayo yung house namin. 6 o'clock, umalis na kami ng bahay. So, 5, gising na. Tapos, alas 12, gumagawa pa ng assignment kasi grabe yung mga teachers. May project na, may assignment pa. Tapos, sabi ko, kung kaya ko sa Philippines, bakit hindi naman dito? English need naman yan. Pinagtuturuan naman tayo ng English sa Philippines, di ba? Galing grade 1 hanggang forever may English. Tapos, sabi ko, inisip ko lang na, kung nasa Pilipinas ako, ano bang gagawin ko habang nag-aaral ako? So, parang inisip ko lang din na, ganito lang din naman ginagawa ko sa Philippines eh. Ginagawa ko hanggang sa anong kaya ko. Tapos, yun, nag-succeed ako.
Thank you so much. Ito namang little sister niya, 18 years old sa UFM, nakakuha siya ng 4 years full scholarship grant. So, Patricia Fabros.
Hi po. Doon po galing sa Pilipinas, I was in the University of the Philippines. Tapos, I was a UST scholar. Tapos, medyo galit ako kay mama at kay papa. Bakit nila kailangan dalhin kami sa Canada? Gusto ko magpaiwan kasi ang sarap na ng buhay ko eh. Tapos, nang dumating kami dito, sabi ng tita namin, pwede na kami dumiretso ng sa second lang na university, niloloko lang pala niya kami. Kasi hindi ako tatanggapin ng university dahil bata pa daw ako. Kasi 17 lang ako nung dumating kami. Tapos, bumalik ako ng high school. I was in grade 12. Tapos, what I did was I was working part-time habang nasa high school ako. Tapos, yung guidance counselor namin, dahil mabait siya, sabi niya, tumigil na daw ako sa pag-work. Kasi, mas maganda daw yung aayusin ko lang yung academic studies ko. Sabi ko naman sa kanya, hindi pwede dahil ayoko maging burden sa parents ko na ihingi lang ng pera. So, I was working part-time. I never worked weekends, so I was working Monday to Fridays. It's usually 5 to 11 kasi fixed po yun. So, uwi ako ng bahay, bihis, diretso agad work. And then, while I was doing this, every Saturday ho, nag-volunteer ako sa Health Sciences Center kasi pang-dagdag ho yun sa resume. And then they recognized that. And while I was volunteering and working, I joined extracurricular activities in school kasi nakakatulong ho yun pag sasabihin ng employees na what were your experiences, work experiences. Pwede ho yung gamitin yung volunteer experiences ho natin. Katulad nung kahit dance club or choir, band, or kahit yung student government or what they call student voice. Pwede ho yun. Tapos, while I was doing all of this, dumating na ho yung graduation period. So, I applied for the University of Manitoba ho. Nag-apply ho ako early, December pa ho. Like, 6 months, almost 6 months before graduation pa ho yun. Tapos sabi ho ng University of Manitoba, gusto namin yung transcript mo from the Philippines. Sabi ko, why? I'm already in high school, so may credit na ho ako dito sa Canada. Sabi nila, we want your transcript from the Philippines because we recognize your university and we could transfer your credits. Sabi nila, pero ho yun, yung problema lang ho, in the Philippines, I was in sciences. Tapos right now, I'm in engineering, so okay lang po yun. Kasi wala pa akong nun, calculus. So, during the time of the graduation, sabi ho ng English teacher ko, she wanted all of us to write a speech. It's just for an audition for the valedictory address. And then, sabi ko, I don't want to make a valedictory address because first of all, I didn't want to come back to high school. And then she said that, hindi pwede, hindi ka graduate na hindi ka gagawa nun. So sabi ko, galit na galit ako sa lahat ng tao kasi bakit niyo pang pinabalik na high school? Eh pwede naman ako dumiretso pala ng university. Sabi niya, kung hindi mo kayang gumawa ng valedictory address, gumawa ka ng speech na sasabihin mo lahat na gusto mong sabihin sa lahat ng tao. Doon ko ho binuhos lahat ng galit ko. Tapos, I delivered that speech one-on-one with my English teacher, and after that, she was crying. Sabi niya, salamat dahil sinabi mo sa akin di mo kayang gumawa ng valedictory address. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, di ko kaya magsinungaling. Gusto niyo masaya kami sa valedictory address. Di ho ako masaya. So because of that, I received the scholarship. It was a scholarship for excellence in English. I think it was called the Shirley Tapitsky Marantz Excellence in English Scholarship. And then because of kasi I was applying for University of Manitoba, I also got the Child's Great Challenge Scholarship under U of M. And then because dun sa volunteer work ko, dahil community service yung sa Health Sciences Center, pati yung student voice ho. And then, kasi naman yung lessons dito sa high school, honestly na-take na natin yun sa Pilipinas kahit grade 6 pa tayo. Yung lesson nila ng grade 12, na-take na natin yun kahit first year high school pa. So, hindi na ako nag-aaral. Alam ko na lahat yun. So, mataas na yung grado ko. That's why I got the scholarship from the Tolman Foundation. So, they're giving me $5,000 every year for 4 years. And Sabi ng nanay ko before graduation, ikaw kung wala kang award, di ka mag-aaral.